Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. Today is Tuesday, December 10th, and let's see how the market looks. Microsoft and Nvidia are both down. Google is way up. Remember Friday I said Google is looking great. I even posted about it. It is way up there, over $4 today in the pre-market. Meta's up, Amazon is barely up, Tesla is up, and Apple's barely up. So let's get cruising, see what's happening today and what we're going to be looking at, what's going to be popping. Here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Let's go ahead, look at our Jolie's jumpers real quick, see what's happening, what's popping this morning. Here we go. Let me hop on in and see what they're up to. They're right here. That Agrify, let's see if that's doing anything, if it's trying to bounce back up. It looks like it is trying to base out right here. It did get underneath the 20, and what am I typing in here? It is AGFY, and I can't even type it in. AGFY, here we go, and I still can't type it in. There we go. All right, AGFY, here we go. And yeah, it did. It dropped under the 20 yesterday and or 2 days ago on Friday, and yesterday it looks like it's trying to make that base and get cruising again. So we will keep an eye on that Agrify and see if it wants to get cruising there. Let's look at BNAI. We were looking at this last night, and it is moving. Let's see what it's doing here. BNAI. And it did jump way up there. It looked good last night. Remember, we were looking at it, and it ran from 90 to 145. It's back to 182. What did it even close at yesterday? It closed at 94. So if you were not up this morning on Web Bull and trading this thing, it's already down lower than what it closed at yesterday. So that's why these penny stocks are crazy. They move very fast, and you have to be on top of them at 4 a.m. But there you go at BNAI. Maybe it'll continue to want to run up, but they had a nice run this morning, that's for sure. CHSN, this one was running yesterday. Ran up from 959 to 1349. It opened up at 896. It's just sitting there right now. So we'll have to take a look at that one. But nice run yesterday. CMRX, let's see what this one's up to real quick. And let me turn up the. Oh, hold on. Sorry. There we go. I gotta turn the brightness up on my phone. I can't even see it. Here we go. All right, now I can see what these letters are. CMRX. Let's look at that one. And we just looked at that one. Let's look at the next one. I mean, CPIX. That was it. CPIX. Here we go. Cumberland Pharmaceuticals. This one jumped way up there. CPIX. Let's see. This one was looking good. Yesterday ran up, and today, 193 to 274. It's at 266 right now. So it does look like it's going to continue some momentum up there. It gapped way up there. CPIX. Keep an eye on that one this morning. DATS. I know this was moving around yesterday. I did see this jumping up yesterday. It ran from 176 to 298 this morning. It opened at 238, went up to 248. It's at 235 right now. And let's see if it wants to continue up. I'm not so sure. It's trying to hit that line, and it was about a day or so out, and it just cruised, and it actually just went like really fast. So it was probably about 3 days out, and it just sped itself up because it had such a nice little pop up yesterday. So it may pull back to set up even better. DATS not looking too bad right there. DGHI DigiHost Technology here. It's at $1.75. It looks like it might be pulling back. DGHI. Let's see. It was running up last week, 190 to $2 on yesterday, and it's at 177. That one may just be pulling back right there. DJT, let's look at that Trump, 35, 33. And that's what it looks like it's at right now. And it is just kind of sitting there, 35, 33 at the moment. But yesterday it closed, what, at 35.27. So it's up a little bit, but nothing crazy. It is looking good. How about that drug? It was dipping down there, and it looks like it's hitting that support down here. It could get down to that 35. It's at the 38 area right now. and that one's going to get set back up again and start moving up. And that one is on drugs. It's kind of crazy. It's in between that channel of the 50 and the 20. And like I said, it's going to get set up there, DRUG and DXYZ. This one had a little bit of pullback. Let's see. Like I kept saying, I was waiting for it to pull back. It kept running up even higher and higher and higher. But here we go. Let's see. I just wanted it at the right price, and it just took off on us. Look for it to come back down into that 43. It built that base down there at about 41, 42, 43 area. So it's at 59. It did jump up on us, and it ran up and pulled back. So keep an eye on that. See if you can get any pullback, or if it wants to curl back up into the top. I'll be watching that one. That's at DXYZ and GELS. We looked at this last night, gels, and this one looks like it's still popping up. It looked good last night. Um, Yesterday 208 to 468, and then this morning 519 to 638, and it's down to 432 at a close at 442 yesterday. So another one ran up pretty nice, and it's down lower than what it closed at yesterday after, and it's only 7:08 a.m. So you know these things, you have to be up there early to be trading these penny stocks to get to maximize them, to be honest with you, because like you might as well have just traded it yesterday and just gotten rid of it and not tried to run up the pop today. So there you go, GWAV, that green wave technology. Now this had run way up there last week. Let's see what it's up to here. If it's trying to get cruising again, I'll look at this and see if it's trying to get curled back up and make a base. It's just kind of chilling right there. So I'll look at that. GXAI, we know that was running up yesterday. And let's see what it's up to. It ran up to 555 yesterday. Right now it's at 378. It looks like it opened at 447 and came down. So looks like it was just coming down a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. HUT. This one had been pulling back, but it looks like it's trying to curl up. It might just be stair stepping down. Hopefully, crypto is trying to get based out. We'll go over that in a few minutes, and that'll dictate that. JTAI, I bet it is, because that one was cruising. We were looking at it last night, and I told you it was going to get running. What it do? 405 to 622 yesterday. It closed at 560 this morning. 549 to 550. Maybe it didn't. It came down to 442. So that one actually hit the resistance and is coming down. So I'm actually surprised because that looked pretty good yesterday. On here, it looks like it ran up. I have to look at that again, but it did run up in the after hours. I know that because FinViz just had it yesterday closing at 425, and on here it was up to 622 and closed at 560. So it did open today at 549, so it was higher than what FinViz had it. But again, we were looking at it last night and kind of knew it looked good. So I'm not sure exactly where it went this morning, but it did run around and it did last night. It was looking good there, but keep an eye on that bad boy as well because it could be still setting up. LICN, let's see what that's doing. LICN. That one's that big dip right there. Let's see if it's going to get set up soon. Here we go. December 10th. It's at 40 cents. And I'm just keeping my eye on this one, LICN, to see when that's ready. LIPO. Let's see what this one, that's at Lapella Pharmaceuticals. This one has been looking good. And we've been looking at this as well on even at nighttime, I believe. Hold on, here we go. And let's see. Yesterday it ran 325 and came down to what 287, 290 right now. So maybe it did have its little run up. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I can't really tell. It's not doing anything this morning, and I can't really tell what it's even up to. But that's LIPO. MGX, let's see what that's doing this morning. Metagenome or something like that. It ran up yesterday, MGX. And let's see, it did run up yesterday, 213 to 420. Wait, 213 to 447, and this morning 442 and came back down. So it's at 370 now. So it did have a nice run. It doesn't look bad. It has to get back over that 404 area, and it can get popping again. And it didn't look too bad there. So keep an eye on that. NTBX. Let's see. I think that is if I remember correct, I don't even see that one. Hold on. Am I looking at it right? NTBX. I don't even see it. I thought it was an OTC one. There's something very similar to it. Maybe the letters got a little mixed up. OPTT. We know this one. Let's check it out. OPTT and see what it's doing here. OPTT is coming down to the line, and it might curl right off of there and keep going up. It ran way up, remember, on December 2nd. So, yeah, it could be getting set back up. It was up at the top, came back down, and now we'll keep an eye on that, see if it wants to get cruising. That RIME, that was moving yesterday, and today it opened at 10 cents, got to 11, sitting at 10 again. So we'll keep an eye on that. Good old Rivian's been a beast for us and just is moving. It's up 12 cents for 14.57 for a Rivian. And it I don't know if it topped out, but it's in the top. So like I said, I would just wouldn't be chasing it and be locking in some of those profits. It does look like it wants to run up, but it could pull back. Keep an eye on it. It's a little flat right up there in the top, so I can't tell exactly this morning. RMSG, this real messenger's up 12 cents, and I was saying yesterday morning that it was looking much better. And what it do? 146 to 163 yesterday, and today 149 to 167. So this one is curling up RMSG. So keep an eye on that. It's looking better. SATL, that was a monster and ran up yesterday. We were looking at it the day before, and like I was saying, it's in the top. I think it's coming back down. Let's look at that Sezzle real quick and see what they're up to. It's at 333. We'll see if it's making its base right here. And this will be a great one, Sezzle, because it will run back up to the 400 plus area, and it's at 333. So we'll keep our eye on Sezzle. SOS. Let's see SOS right here. This one is based out the other day. What is that? On Friday, it based out. It's just trying to get set up. Has that weird look, and it is just trying. It looks like it's curling down. It's probably going to make that hard curl up or do something weird. You can just see it right there. I'll have to look at SOS and keep an eye on it. That Sterling Infrastructure came way down. That had a nice dip. STRL. So yesterday was a nice dip opportunity. Opened at 198, got down to 181, and check for it around that 178. It's at 183, 181 area. Watch for it around what I just say, 178. So see if it can pull back a little bit more, and that'll be good. SXTC, remember I was talking about this yesterday. This is usually a good penny stock for the China ones. It did run up yesterday. This morning it's at 45 down to 42. So we'll keep an eye on it. But yesterday it ran up from like 41 to 72, and that one could easily get set back up. It's not looking bad at all. It's actually looking great. So keep an eye on that. That dip's probably good. And SYM, Symbiotic, I know we've looked at this. This one's curling up and looking much better. Let's see if it got that running. Not yet. Keep an eye on this one, guys. SYM, that's looking good. And VRAR, let's see that Glimpse Group. That's jumped up there. VRAR. And let's see, yesterday it ran 77 to 140, and this morning it's around 136 down to 96. It's at 101. So it did run up, and it's hitting that top and might be pulling back. And there you go at your Joey's Jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And let's get cruising still and look at the market, see what's going on here. And QURE is running in the pre-market. Let's look at that bad boy. QURE sure is running in the pre-market. That one was in a good spot. And that one blew right up 789 to 1287. It's at 1215 right now and looking pretty good. So there you go. Them Netherlands biotech companies have been kind of on fire. And let's look at our elf on the shelf and see what that makeup company's doing. It's up $1.10, and it is looking a little better to try to go up. And again, we looked at it the other day. We looked at it, and then it took a little dip, and then it started running up. We looked at it on the 4th, and it had gotten up to 138. 138. The very next day, it went 136 to 131. It was a perfect dip opportunity. And then the day after that, on Friday, it ran up from 134 to 144. And then yesterday, it ran up to 147. And right now, it's at 141 and looking pretty good still. So there you go, Luis Rodriguez, and definitely on point with Elf right there, ELF. Perfect time for the holidays, and yeah, we just nailed that guy, and it could be going up to like 150 area. So keep an eye on that as it's trying to approach the top, and that is Elf right there. And here we go. Let's look at the market and see what's going on this morning. Um, like I said, it's mostly flat, and Microsoft and NVIDIA are both down a little bit. Let's go through our big caps and see what they're up to. The SPY is up 47 cents. It's hitting that line and it's bouncing back up. I didn't think it was going to crawl through. I mean, maybe it still can today, but it doesn't look like it wants to. It looks like it wants to roll off there. So the SPY isn't looking bad. Let's get cruising and see what's happening here with our other big caps. Apple, let's see, it's up 51 cents and it's been running up into the top there. So I wouldn't chase it, but that one's been a solid one. We knew that was going to do it. Amazon's been running up. It's back up 21 cents. It ran up yesterday and kind of pulled back. It's in the top, and I think it's going to stay up there and run probably for the next few days. Google's an animal. It's up 463 and busted up. And again, options are probably looking beautiful this morning on that, and it should run just keep going up, it looks like. So maybe it gets up to that 189 area right there for Google, and it's at 181. So Friday, I mentioned that bad boy, and there you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about with picking out the best opportunity for the option. I loaded up on some options on Google, so I'm excited to see what that looks like at 9:30 this morning. And yeah, boom, there you go. And that's the best opportunity, the best one, and you take it, you hit it hard, and like I said, that's going to be a sweet hit because I'm telling you, I bought a bunch of them and loaded up on that. And what is it? GGLL was the bull share one, and that's up $2.07, and that's nice on an ETF because that's two times. So both of them guys right there, GGLL and GOOG, both up looking great right there. So that's the way you want to play that. And that was a beauty. Meta, let's look at that one. META, that's up $5. And I'm telling you, Zuckerberg was up to something, and that was a nice smash too. He hit that all the way up. It looks like it wants to continue going up, so we'll keep an eye on that. Meta doesn't look bad. And yesterday, I told you, was just a good day to be buying a little pullback. Microsoft is the one I think is going to be pulling back. I already said it, kind of topped out yesterday and ran up faster than we thought it would. Just let it come back, get set up, and it's going to pop right back up and look perfect right there. And NVIDIA is pulled back, and again, they have that China antitrust thing going on. So maybe it comes back to the 135, but that's about as low as it'll get. And you know it's going to get set up and get moving again. So we will keep an eye on the video right there and see when it wants to get curled back up. And again, it's just some news and pulling back on that. Nothing crazy. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll ride that one up next because that will be a beauty right there. And Tesla's up 368, but again, it is bouncing up there at the top. It might get back. It might get up to yesterday. It got up to 404. It could get up to like 405 area, 406. We'll see what it wants to do, but it is in the top, so just be careful with that. And that is your Mag 7. And again, Google is your smasher, and we know it. We're going to be watching the video now just to keep an eye on it because it's way down there, and that's the next one you're going to want to run up there. So the video will be the next one. And like I said, I'm excited to see what Google options look like this morning in my account because I got quite a few of them, and it'll be pretty nice right there. So there we go with that bad boy. Let's look at that TRNR. What I keep telling you guys, this thing was looking good, right? It's up like $1.32 this morning. I told you it had that look like it wants to get moving, and again, this one could get cruising as well. So keep an eye on this today because it could be a big runner. It has some room. It has some room to go. Could get up into could get up into the 5 or 6 if it wants to, with no problem, and continue to move up. So it's at 4. It's jumping around right now, and it got up to what, 481? It looks like, yeah, opened at 275 and got up to 481. I was saying it yesterday when we looked at it. TRNR was looking decent. So there you go with that guy. Let's look at crypto. I know it's down, and we'll look at our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what's happening. But crypto is taking a little beating. Bitcoin's down to $97,453 right now, but it is not looking terrible. Like I said, we went over the chart last night, and that 30, it pulled back past the 10, and it's hitting the 30, and it's staying in between that channel, and it looks like it's going to get bouncing back up. So it could be a beauty that if it bases out here and gets moving, gets cruising back up, it made some nice room on the chart, so it could easily get curled back up and have a nice run again. So I'll be watching that today. I'll keep you guys updated. Ethereum's at 3,730, and that one, again, the same thing, basically came through to 10. The 30's coming up. It's right in between that channel. Looks like it's trying to make that base right there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Ripple did pull back a lot. Came down to like 219, 220 area, and that did come through to 10, but that one looks like it's curling through coming down, but I bet it's going to make a base up here, and it could pull back a little bit more, but you're going to see a base, and then it's going to start cruising back up some more. So it did make a lot of room, so it could do that. So just keep an eye on Ripple for a little more dippage. Solana came down to 215. I don't know if it's going to come down much more than this. It made some nice room right there. And again, this one did the 10 kind of curled through the 30 coming down and pushed it right down right there. But I think it's going to make that base down here above that 200. So I'm not so sure we'll see Solana get back down under 200. And again, I'll just keep an eye on that. Cardano's back to $1, and that one, another one came through the 10, hitting the 30 way down there, exactly where it's at, and probably going to make that base and start curling back up. And that's Cardano, and that's ADA. Doge is at 40 right now, and that's probably going to make that base right here. Another one that curled through coming down, although we'll have to look at it because the this one could get pushed down a little bit more. I'll have to look at Doge and see what it wants to do. It could be just getting set up, but I'll look at it. And Sheeb came down quite a bit as well, and that one was trying to get moving, and that one pulled back through the 10 and the 30, but should be trying to make a base down here. So I'll look at crypto today, see what it wants to do. If it's really trying to make a base, and then it'll get cruising back up, and you'll know that it's good time to jump back in and ride it back up for the next wave. So Bonk is also down, and that will be a great one because that's pulled back quite a bit. And that 10 came through to 30 and pushing it down. So we'll see where that base is. It could be right around here. And that WIF was also down, I believe. I thought I saw it down earlier. 288, it was down 47 cents. And that one did the same thing, just kind of pulled back. So we'll see where that base is. So some great pullback there on crypto. So you can get some good prices really soon for that next run up. And there you go with crypto report. Let's look at our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what they are up to. And here we go. I'll hop into laptop travel and see where his laptop lowdowns are. There we go. IMPP. Let's see what that's up to. That's Imperial something. Petroleum. That's what it is. IMPP. And that looks like it just bottomed out finally. It's been dipping down there. I think yesterday could have been its bottom. It's not doing anything yet this morning. At least it doesn't say anything. Maybe right around 290, 287. Keep an eye on that. Could be moving back up. ABP. Let's see what that's doing here. ABP. That one's looking like it's trying to curl up, and that one based out. So a couple of these that we were looking at, and they did look like they were basing out. They are curling up here, so ABP looking better. ADTX, let's see that one. That one's finally in the green up a little bit. Let's see. And that one is trying to get curled up finally. So what's 36 cents? Yesterday it closed at 35, so it is up a penny. And again, that one's finally trying to move. We've been looking at it for a while, and I think all three of them, the first three, are looking good. AGRI, let's look at Agriforce growing system. This one just recently split the other day on the 5th, and it ran up. It's pulling back, so we'll watch it again to see when it wants to run. AMIX, let's see this. Autonomix Medical. This one's bouncing off that bottom, it looks like. AMIX, let's see, yesterday 414 to 415, and then it came down to 350. So we'll watch that pull back. BHIL is at Benson Hill, and this one just continues to pull back there, but I'm telling you, that thing is going to get set up pretty soon. CETX, here we go. That did pull back. It was moving yesterday. It did run up. I know we looked at it. And this morning, what's it doing? 377 down to 355. Yesterday, it ran up to 410. So there you go. That one did finally run. CRKN, we were looking at this one, and it's trying to curl up here. And this one looks like it's getting to be in that good spot right there. So keep an eye on this CRKN. That's looking decent right there. Let's see what else is next. Drama, DRMA. Let's see what that is. Dermata Therapeutics. And I know we looked at this and it ran up. It didn't look too bad Friday. Let me see. I don't think it's doing anything today. Hold on. DRMA. It is today's date here, 1:30. It did run up last week, and on Friday, yesterday, it went 136 to 145, and it closed at 134, and today 131 down to 126. So it did have that big run up there, DRMA, last week. So we'll have to see if that one wants to set back up. In ELAB, let's see what they're up to. It was looking a little better, and it was getting in to be in that spot right there. And I'm telling you, keep an eye on this E-Lab. It's right there. It's going to pop up. So just like I was telling you that TRNR was looking good, E-Lab's right there too right now. So keep an eye on that bad boy. FEBO, FEBO. Let's see. This one looks like it's touching that bottom, but it's going to be a little bouncer. Let's see if it did it. Now that's a bottom look right there from yesterday. It's not doing anything yet, but FEBO is going to be a little bouncer. It looks like it's bottoming now. KXIN was trying to move yesterday. It's still down here at the bottom. It did run a little bit. Today it's at 195 to 183. It's back to 193 at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's way down there as well. LGMK, that logic mark. Let's see. That one was trying to curl up there. Let's see what it's doing here. LGMK. It did run up there yesterday a little bit, 227 to 245, and it came down to what, 185, and right now it's at 190. So it did run up yesterday. I know we were looking at that as well. NLSP. Let's see, NLS Pharmaceuticals. This one's just dipping down. Let's see if it did anything yet today. It did 254 to 313. I was gonna say it almost had that dip look, like it wanted to get down there and move, and it did. Finviz doesn't show it; shows it at 184, and but doesn't show that pop up this morning. But it did run 254. It opened to 313 and it's at 180. So it ran up and came way down. That one was crazy right there. SBFM, I know we looked at this the other day. It was trying to get set up there. It is just pulling back, but I'm telling you, it's making a base. And this one, SBFM, is getting set up to run. So just keep an eye on that. It'll be a few days. SOWG is at So Good. SOWG. This is at 294. It did curl through. I'm telling you, the 20 is way off on it. And I think this is going to try to get moving. Whether it moves up a whole lot to that 20, I'm not sure. If it does, it's going to really gap up there over $1. So keep an eye on that SOWG, SPGC, Sax Parente Golf. This one's dipping down right here, so this one will be a good one to keep an eye on. SPGC. Yeah, that'll be a nice one to keep an eye on. Nice pullback there yesterday. Not doing anything today, but that'll be nice. And TRNR, like I said, that one's up $1.70 right now. And watch this thing today. I've been telling you guys this thing wants to move, and it is YOSH. Let's take a look at this YOSH, and it is just pulling back right here. But let me just see what it's up to, and it is just pulling back. It was running up the other day, and yesterday 401 to 402, and came back to 365. So we'll see. It's going to hit that support line and then get set up. So we'll keep an eye on that. YOSH, Yosh, and see what they're up to. So there you go with our laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. And let's see what's going on the scanner real quick. Let me just take a look at that bad boy, and then I'll run through the messages and see what you guys are looking at. That CPIX is way up there. BNAI is down a little bit. What's this? Processor PCSA ran up this morning. It looks like CMRX has run up there, and this ICCT. I know we were looking at this. This has run up a little bit, but that was setting up. I know we were looking at that the other day. And what else? That TRNR, the QURE, Laptop Travel was talking about. That RGTI is in the top, but be careful. It's probably coming down. And guess what's going to start soaring again? SOAR, soar, is looking really good, guys. It's up 4 cents, and that thing wants to soar. So keep an eye on that because that's about to get rolling. And that VRAR, we are looking at that, and RIME is trying to bounce up. And that SVMH was just pulling back a little bit. We'll see if that wants to set up. And I don't really see anything else that crazy. NIO is down a little bit. And yeah, nothing too crazy right there. So there you go with that. And yeah, let me look at anything good on the news? Boom. I just looking real quick. Oh yeah, the stock steady as China bump fades. That Yang was way up this morning. Let's look at the yen. Must be way down. I'm telling you, they're playing with that economy like crazy over there. And the yen is down $4, so it's back to 31. It did shoot up. It looked really good, like it wanted to. And again, Sunday night we were looking at it like it wanted to pop. And I was saying, I don't know. It's hard to tell. We knew it before we played that Yang perfectly. Now it's just jumping around, getting crazy. It just keeps moving every which direction. But that yin is definitely setting up now. So let them bounce around, and we'll catch it at the right time. And again, that Yang bounced off the bottom. It was up 660. Didn't want it to get into the basement. And but that is the bear one. But yeah, the yin is setting up now. So it's going to get kind of bullish. And so we'll keep an eye on it and catch the right timing for that. Let it just dip around and jump up and down a bunch of times, and then we'll catch it at the right time for that popper. So that's the yin and the yang. And we did our laptop lowdowns, our Joey's jumpers, and our crypto, and we went through the market and everything else. And again, Google's looking great. And what looks best? It's kind of just flat this morning. It was a little flat yesterday, a little more reddish than anything. And again, the SPY is up 52 cents. So that's a good look rolling off of there. So there you go with our pre-market. And bam, Google is popped up there. I mean, looking great. And that was the one that we wanted to go with. It's up over $5 this morning. So like I said, I'm excited to see what them options look like this morning. My account should look pretty nice with that. And we're going to keep an eye on the video to find that bottom right there. And I think it's going to be coming in, to be honest with you. I think NVIDIA is going to start curling back up and get moving. So keep an eye on that one because that's going to be the next one that gets popping. So there you go. And that's our pre-market for Monday. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns, and Asian Jolie for your Jolie's jumpers. W, East Coast Beach Girl, Bong, Chan. How are you this morning, Sherry? And who's that? Mad Clown. How you doing, Christian, Barbara, and my good friend Jesse? How are you, brother man? I hope you have a great day, everybody. And locking those profits. Trade smart. I'll catch you guys later. Let me know if you want to see anything, and I'll be updating crypto and everything else today. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you guys later. Lock in those profits.